This spiritual formation has brought about a revelation that required a transformation of both the heart and the mind. It called for me to be desperate for change, that I'd no longer turn a blind eye to the things that I've tried to hide. You see, I didn't want the world to see the real me in fear that they'd reject me. Didn't want people to know that while pastoring, I didn't have it all together. But formation called for me to take off the mask so that I could be free at last and allow God to do the work that I've secretly asked. It meant that I had to face the real me. I had to sit on the sideline as he removed the hurt, the guilt, the shame, and as he worked in me so that he can work through me as I yielded to him as a vessel. We became so intimate that I allowed him to be the potter and I became the clay. And when it was all done, I no longer had to wrestle with unforgiveness, bitterness, hurt, or shame. I gave it all to him. In exchange, he gave me a new heart, one that would allow me to forgive, one that would allow me to live. Then he told me I was the apple of his eye and that I'm not destined to die spiritually. I will live eternally free as I embrace the true me, the me that he has created me to be, the me that will bring him glory, the me that he wants the world to see, the me that is now free, because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. I received a new identity as I yielded in prayer, cast all my cares, listened for what he said, sat in stillness, and he delivered me from my brokenness that had become an illness. I now realize it was debilitating me spiritually to the point where, God, you couldn't feel me because there was no room for you. Once I made space for you, you came in and did all that you needed to do. And it was all because I took a spiritual journey to discover that I belong all along. I just had to move out of the way and let God have his way. And he came in and he did a transformation. He gave me a new song, showed me that I belong. He strengthened me when my strength was gone. He welcomed me back into the fold, even when I did wrong. He forgave me. He loved me. He embraced me. When I was on the path to destruction, he reached out his hand and he grabbed me. He freed me from me, taught me spiritual integrity. And it was all because I took a spiritual journey. My life has changed. I'm no longer the same. I'm so glad that I heard him call my name. I'm now filled with purpose instead of shame. I've gone on a spiritual journey, gotten really close to God, and in the process, I discovered me and who God desires for me to be. This lesson has been a blessing. It's something that must be shared because people need to know that God really cares.